Hey everyone, it is Saturday, March 27th. The time is 3:42 p.m. and the temperature is 7 degrees Celsius. And that guy should not be riding that thing on the sidewalk. And we're off to a good start. And this is College Street. And I'm currently walking east along the south side. And I don't really have a plan for this one. I was just in the area doing some personal errands and I happened to bring my camera with me. So I'm thinking I'll head south down Spadina here, perhaps all the way down to Front and then over to Union Station. So this is Spadina Avenue. And there's a look to the south. Wow, that minivan just turned right in front of a couple of people there. That's why she shouted at them. Maybe there's a full moon tonight. There's a rather famous place. So the first part of this trek will take me through Chinatown. If you've seen this channel before, you're probably quite familiar with this area. But it's actually my first time being here since outdoor dining has been allowed. In fact, I think it's my first time here since in-store shopping has become a thing again, and that was about 3 weeks ago. It's been about 2 weeks, or 1 week, since outdoor dining has been allowed. And as of April 12th, we'll be able to go to salons again in the city. And I had heard that some of the restaurants in Chinatown do have sidewalk patios, so I'm kind of curious to see that. Much like the Danforth, this is one of those areas that's been hit very hard by the restrictions. So I think I'll just stick to the west side of Spadina as I make my way south. This is already busier than I've seen this area all year. It's still nowhere near as busy as it would normally be. And this is Nassau Street. So just off to the west here is the rather well-known Kensington Market neighborhood. I'll be through there at some point in the near future to see how that neighborhood is faring.
And then Clyde and her are like.
There's a little U-turn parade. So this won't exactly be the most informational video. Again, this was not something I prepared for at all. But I thought since I'm down here, I might as well make a video. Usually during the week, I get out a bit further away from downtown and make some videos of walks through lesser known areas. But usually the weekend is the best place to just come downtown and see what's up. Like this guy carrying that giant dog. And there is Baldwin Avenue. That's one of the major streets in Kensington. What do you do with these things? And there's Roll Sand. That's probably my favorite restaurant in this neighborhood. There's the look into St. Andrew. Or rather, along St. Andrew and into Kensington.
Well, now I picture him. I picture him as like being.
And this restaurant is owned by the parents of one of our viewers, Taste of China Seafood Restaurant. They've got some outdoor seating. It's a little on the cool side today. This ramen restaurant does as well. Hopefully more of these places are able to expand out onto the sidewalks as they're quite wide here. It's really kind of weird how some parts of the city that have relatively narrow sidewalks and restaurants pretty much taking up half of the sidewalk space, and here in Chinatown, at least last year, there was very little in the way of patios outside. I used to go to this place quite a bit back in the day. King's Noodle. And this is the main intersection of the main Chinatown. It extends for a few blocks to the west here. That's the Alexandra Park neighborhood just to the south. And Chinatown carries on east of here for a few blocks as well, pretty much all the way to the Art Gallery of Ontario.
We just kill one day by one day. We don't really experience or taste the beauty and meaning of life. And I think everyone must think where for Jesus Christ. You are living for the reconciliation with Heavenly Father. That's the final goal. Come back to Jesus. That's another turning point. Starting point. Oh, God, give us life. That's right. And start working on that. Working on that.
It's always interesting walking through here. I do maintain the city needs to have some type of noise bylaw for people that set up shop on the street corner. I felt my ears ringing when I walked by that lady. And I will admit that over the last little while, a lot of the walks I do had started to kind of feel the same. But today, seeing all these people out and enjoying the neighborhood really starts to make you realize why this is such a great city. There's someone getting a ticket, hopefully well deserved. I only say that because it would suck if you got a ticket and you didn't actually deserve it. There's a big lineup at Sonic Boom. They used to be located in a few different shops or locations up in the annex. And what is this lineup for?
Well, we were building.
Hotspots.ca. Although it looks like there's a donut truck that has attracted that crowd.
But it made me definitely not want to like.
I did a walk around King Street West and Queen Street West, which is coming up last night. I started after 9 p.m. and it was positively dead. For some reason, it didn't occur to me that there's a last call now at 8:30 p.m. So even though the city looks kind of alive by day, at night it's still very much a shell of its former self. I don't really understand the logic behind that. Does the virus just magically go away at 9 p.m.? It also makes it even tougher for the businesses to make money and survive when their hours are so limited. Same goes for the servers that are working for them. And I did see a few groups of people around 9 heading into condos together. So I have a very good hunch that people are going out to a bar or restaurant and having a meal and a few drinks, and then having a get-together in someone's condo or apartment. I'm sure that's exactly what the experts wanted when, quote-unquote experts, when they implemented that early last call. And this is Spadina and Queen Street West. Just in here on the right is Graffiti Alley. And this is Richmond Street West. There's Cupford and Kim. Right there from time to time when I worked in the financial district.
Yeah, no, I think all of it.
All right, here is Adelaide. So at some point I will want to cross over to the other side. It'll take you in towards the financial district if you head that way. There's a Dollarama. I posted a video on my other channel of myself popping into a Dollarama to buy some gloves. And we have a lineup at HomeSense.
So trained, she goes to say hi to David, and then
And here is King Street. So I walked along this part in last night's video. I also live streamed around here. Let's take this chance to cross over. So that'll lead you into the entertainment district along King there.
Like big ones, you know?
So at King and Spadina was where the old LCBO was located, and there's a newer one in this old building just up ahead. That would be Wellington Street, where all those new condos are going in. And this is Clarence Square Park, I believe. I was going to head south to front from here, but I'll get across the park. They might as well just allow indoor dining if they're gonna allow that. And this is Wellington Street West. This whole area here used to just be parking lots. The Sky Dome is just to the south of here, so back in the days when the Blue Jays were consistently good and putting 40,000 fans plus every single day into the dome, all these parking lots would fill up quite routinely. There'd also be things like the auto show at the convention center and other various events going on that would fill them up. I'm seeing a crowd of people ahead, kind of drawn to that. I think it's just a sidewalk patio. Let's just keep going along Wellington here, at least for another block. There's a development notice on this building. They want to build a 66-story tower right here. Where this thing is, 277 Wellington Street West. I remember last time I was in Boston, you would see a lot of real estate offices like this with different listings. I was kind of blown away by how expensive things were there. Makes you realize that this is not the only ultra expensive city for prime real estate. And there used to be a Casada burrito and taco restaurant in this block right here, but I don't see it. That's kind of a shame. I remember going there before Blue Jay games in the past. I think it was right there. I think I bumped my camera off center there. Okay, let's head down the front. So I think that's about it for the lively part of this walk. I'm just going to head over to Union Station. So this is John Street. There's some people out at Boston Pizza. Looks like they got the heat lamps set up. That's the Sky Dome just to the south, right next to the CN Tower. It's a rather phallic pairing. And this is the headquarters of the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation on the left. They're posing for a picture with Glenn Gould. I wonder if they even know who that is. There's the Metro Toronto Convention Center. I remember seeing the International Auto Show there as a kid. And one year, at least, it spilled over into the Sky Dome. There's the backside of the Ritz-Carlton. Of this trio of towers here, for the longest time, it was just Simcoe Place, standing alone at this part of the, I guess, southwest part of the financial district, but that RBC Tower and the Ritz-Carlton sprung up in recent years. And I have walked by this dozens of times. At least in the last several months. I've never really slowed down to look at this monument that's dedicated to workers who lost their lives on the job place. So the WSIB is the organization that oversees workplace safety in the province. I've been rather fortunate never to have any incidents. I do remember working at a grocery store and I had to use the forklift from time to time and I didn't have my forklift operator's license. I also remember working at a gas station and moving some manual drive stick shift cars before I even had my license. So I guess I had my opportunities to file some complaints with them, but they didn't seem like a big deal at the time. This Cadillac Fairview Tower, I think, will be part of the Ontario Teachers Pension Plan. Or that's where they'll be located. And in case I forgot to mention it, this is Front Street West. There's a Lonesome Glove, just chilling. TD Bank Group and Ontario Teachers Pension Plan. I'm not about to get sponsored by TD Bank anytime soon. I've been pulling all my stuff away from them. I mentioned that in a previous video.
I'm like, yeah. And he's like,
But why pay fees on things when you don't have to? I realized my RSP and TFSA were in some TD bond funds that had relatively high management fees. I thought, this is kind of crazy. And they tried to steer me towards their direct investing portal to move my stuff over there, but I moved it to Wealth Simple. So I just keep my daily banking and my credit card with TD now. There's a TMI for you.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was different. I thought it was black.
So that cop car is heading southbound towards the lake. And here is Kelly's Landing on the right. This is a pretty neat space to grab a drink inside. It's good to see they have heat lamps set up for their patio customers. And there's Union Station, and this is York Street. York will go south down to the lake, and north up to Queen Street, and to the left is where University Avenue begins. Oh, I hear more sirens off in the distance. I wonder if they're coming to the same place that that last guy was at.
So I was like, that is so
Nope, he's going the other way down front. Or she, I didn't get that good a look.
What they did, they literally just like if you had
And that was the Royal York Hotel I just looked at on the left. And we're pretty much here. Let me know if you enjoyed this sort of impromptu, I can't even pronounce things, more observational rather than informational style walk. I'll probably do this from time to time. So that is Bay Street coming up, but I'll duck into the subway right here. One last look up at the tower. And it seems I just missed a train. So on that bombshell, I'm gonna sign off. Hopefully I'll get that haircut in a few weeks, but thanks for watching, guys. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. And a special thanks to Patreon and channel members for their support. Oh, is this another train rolling in? It's going the other way. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.